Hello again, everyone, inside the 9 on Your Side studios. I'm Ken Watling, joined by 9 on Your Side reporter Brandon Truitt, and we want to go inside the story of a special report we've got airing Thursday night at 6 here on 9 on Your Side. It's called Charter Schools, Fact versus Fiction. It's an issue you've looked extensively into. First of all, we got to ask, what is the difference between a charter school and a public school?
Well, that is really the big picture here that this piece aims to tackle, because there's a lot of confusion and mystery around what the difference between the two are. Well, charter schools are nothing new, actually. They were created in North Carolina back in the 90s, and recently they've become a more popular option for education. But in the piece, without giving too much away, we'll kind of define what the difference between the two are. A charter school is a form of a public school, but often we find there's a lot less mandates around them. It gives the school itself a lot more flexibility as to how we'll go about teaching students, so don't want to give too much away there.
We hear about charter schools here, at least in our profession. Some don't make it. They start off, they want to, educate the community, but they don't make it and end up closing. You visited a certain charter school here in the East that is thriving.
Yeah, up in Beargrass, actually, of all places. Very small town, but they're doing a very good job here. This was a town that lost its school, and students were having to travel upwards of an hour to find education elsewhere, and this school is kind of bringing education more local to them. But of course, 9 on Your Side has brought you several stories over the past couple of years of charter schools that just don't make it, and we talk about why that is. A lot of it has to do with mismanagement of money. You might have people coming into town that are running these schools. Beargrass, I use as an example because the people running that school now have lived there all of their lives, and they are really rooted in that community.
As far as going to a charter school, it's not that easy to be able to attend one. There's a certain process, and some think it may not be fair.
That's a big point of contention with charter schools, is they set a limit as to how many students can come in. Now, we define that process as to how you can apply, and ultimately there's a lottery that pulls a student's name out, and it's almost a first come, first serve type of thing, but with a risk of chance there as well. So that is a big point for a lot of parents, saying, is it fair for students? And we'll talk about that.
Brandon's special report is called Charter Schools, Fact versus Fiction. We hope you can join us Thursday night at 6 here on WNCT 9 on Your Side.